Hi guys. All right, it's the final stretch here. Today I want to talk about your final project for communications. And I'm going to walk you through some of the steps here. I'm just honestly just going to go over this document that's in Schoology, slide by slide. So here we go. So we're calling this Human Interest Interview Project. And basically the idea behind this is these are strange times right now. Sometimes when we're in the middle of something hard and frustrating, it's good to get some perspective. So we decided for your last assignment for communications, you're going to be doing a little research and gaining some perspective through an interview with somebody that has some life experience. We got the idea for this assignment from something called StoryCorps Connect, and it's an online archive developed by the American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress. We don't have time to do the whole project. We're going to attempt to do part of it. So the first thing, well, after you do your project proposal, you're going to take a look at one of these stories to see an example of a StoryCorps project where we got the idea. So you have three choices here. Take a look at one of those, and there is a related discussion post about these three examples that we chose. So that's where it came from. So essentially you're going to interview somebody, and you have two paths here. It says you will need to choose the path you would like to take for this assignment based on the grade you would like to earn. Before making this decision, make sure you read all of the instructions carefully and then fill out the Google form on Schoology. So by Tuesday or tomorrow night, we want you to have chosen whether you're doing option 1 to earn an A or B, or option 2 to earn a C or a P, which means pass. So both options, you're going to do the proposal, you're going to do the interview, you're going to take notes and submit some sort of a transcript, which I'll talk about later. You're going to write a written reflection, and then to earn an A or B, you're going to do one more step and you're going to do a spoken reflection. So you're going to record what this experience was like overall for you, what you learned, what you want to share with people, and that be in the form of a Flipgrid. So in order to earn an A or B, you have to do this last extra step. Okay, so the first step is the interview proposal. You're going to decide who you're going to interview, and we want you to choose somebody who is one full generation older than you, at least 10 years. It says ideally choose someone who is in your grandparents' generation, roughly 50 years and older. So I did this past week as a practice. I chose my grandma, and I did an example project so you can see what it should look like. And on your project proposal, you want to tell us the full name of the person, their relationship to you, their approximate age if you don't know exactly, background information. Tell us a little bit about this person's life, and then the reason you chose to interview that person. Also on the interview proposal, you're going to choose the questions you want to ask. And we've made it very easy for you. We have a long list of questions for you to choose from. And on the document, we just want you to highlight the ones that you've chosen. So there's lots of questions to choose from. You only have to choose 10 total. I chose 8 questions to ask my grandma, and then 2 alternate questions just in case she wasn't comfortable answering one question, or if I didn't get a lot of response for her. So 10 questions is better than 8. Okay, so after you do the project proposal, you're going to do the interview. And you're either going to be interviewing them about life outlook, about their life in general, advice they have for you, especially those of you that are about to graduate, or you can focus all your questions based on the COVID-19 pandemic. And there's 2 different sets of questions for each of those you'll see on the document. You can do the interview in person or over the phone or video chat. Some video chats have the ability to even record. This isn't a requirement, just a suggestion. It says, regardless of how you conduct this interview, the goal is to talk to your interviewee. So you don't want to be focused on writing down questions. You want to be listening to them first and foremost. When I did this, I called my grandma, had the questions all up on my computer, and I typed as fast as I could because I type really fast. I know not as many of you can type crazy fast like I can, so I would suggest recording it so you can just listen during the interview and then go back and type stuff up later if you need to, or handwrite it. Again, you're going to be required to choose 8 to 10 questions. There is a list of questions here. We got them from StoryCorps. If you click on this link, it'll take you to where we got them on the StoryCorps website. And yeah, choose some questions, and you can add your own as well. I talked to my grandma a little while about her asthma because I'm turning 37 next month and I'm just starting to have asthma episodes when I go running sometimes. So I asked her about her own asthma because she developed it when she was 30 as well, which I didn't know until this interview. And then the interview transcript. Again, you're going to take notes. You're either going to be writing stuff down while you interview, or like we suggest, recording the interview and then taking notes later. And you will be asked to turn those in. So you're either going to type up your notes or you can handwrite them and take a picture and send it to us. Again, recording the interview is encouraged but not required. And then you're going to do a written reflection. So you're going to be writing in paragraph form your reflection of the assignment. And now a reflection is different from the transcript because you're not just going to tell us what the person said. You're going to reflect on the experience for you. What was it like? What did you learn? Was there anything that was surprising to you? It's looking back on the whole process and reflecting on that. And more specific instructions will come later. You don't have to worry about this assignment until next week. And then finally, the spoken reflection is pretty much the same as the written reflection, but it's going to be a summary on Flipgrid. So you're recording a 1.5 to 2 minute reflection video on Flipgrid that details what you have learned and what is meaningful for others to understand about your interview. So you will be talking about who you interviewed, why. You can go back to your proposal and look at that. What did you learn from this person? What surprised you? And what do you think people need to know about this experience? So this step, you're not only reflecting, but sharing it with others. What do others need to know about your project? And that's it. Please let me or Ms. Schweppe know if you have any questions. This is a really cool assignment. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I interviewed my grandma, and now I want to interview both of my parents, because when you ask these kind of like deep open-ended questions, you learn a lot. And if you just sit back and listen and let them talk, you might be really surprised at what they say and what you learn. So again, I'm super excited about this, and good luck, and let us know if you have questions.